I think between yesterday and the day before, we had I think we had over 1,000 masks. I love these printers. These are the Prusa i3 Mark IIIs. We've been running these 24/7 since the 19th. They just keep printing and keep printing and keep printing without any breakage.
Part of that.
It's amazing. You know, I'm one person, and you know, trying to kind of organize the people who are really doing the work, which is all the volunteers who are printing at home. You know, they're self-isolating. You know, stay-at-home orders. They're sitting at home without, you know, they're working from home, or you know, taking care of kids, or you know, they've been laid off. This is a way that they can contribute positively, and the volunteers have just been so enthusiastic about that.
And if somebody has a different type of 3D printer at home, can they still?
People who have very small 3D printers, and they're just printing these for us.
Yeah.
Push a new design out, and immediately everyone can start printing the new design. Push the file out, everyone downloads the new file and starts printing.
Pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Is huge for us.
Yeah, and the same thing with the laser cut shields, iteration and adaptability for different needs.
On any given one patient, talking to our nurses, per shift, we're going through about 5 sets of PPE. You multiply that by 3 shifts, you're talking about 15 PPE changes per patient. If you've got 20 patients, that's 300 PPE cycles you're going through per day. And this is even before COVID hit. Many of these patients were ruling out for COVID. It was just because the test was taking some time. And then we started reassessing, well, wait a minute, if we continue this burn rate, and we're not even hitting COVID yet, once COVID hits and we hit this surge, we could be in very critically low supplies of our PPE.
Perfect. More. This one for you.
Thanks.
The last one.
The adjustability is cool.
You could
Yeah.
go.
Is a nice feature there.
This comes as
Yeah,
something you
yeah. This is buttonhole elastic, which again is so we're far from the only organization.
That's great.
This is great.
I mean, for an all-volunteer effort, I mean, I know obviously many of you are professionals and skilled in this, but nonetheless.
Yeah, that's like this is what they do for a living.
Yeah.
And it varies, you know, so tremendous.
Our traditional supply chain was obviously impacted, and as we started looking outside of our usual supply chain, we realized that there were members in the community that could help us with things in the PPE set that otherwise don't necessarily have to be a certain medical grade. The N95 does need to be a medical grade, but when we talk about these face shields, you're talking about simply a piece of plastic that has to fit certain specifications in terms of size and fit. But really what it's there for is a barrier. When you're talking about COVID, the transmissibility of COVID, part of it is, yes, contact, but definitely these respiratory droplets that are coming out when we're caring for these patients, and making sure that we have a barrier in front of us, like these face shields, that can block some of these respiratory droplets.
Over the top blocks the UV light. Jim, if you can turn that on. About a minute each. Getting elastic for the band. We're out of elastic right now. O2O. So we got a pallet of it. 200.
Is this recyclable?
PETG is fully reclaimable, so you can reuse it. You can extrude all of this, but beyond that,
8 nurses yesterday putting these together. And I had to train them, and if you've ever trained,
seven knives. I'm getting.
Let's try and get it back.
All right, got mine. So you get the first hole in, get the next one lined up, and then you pull, and it'll snap right in place.
So
the fourth one, you have to flex this wing up to get through the hole, and then just tuck the left and right ones behind it. It's just like plate armor from the Middle Ages.
yeah. Here's 2. Perfect. More. That's great. That's good.
You can see on the sides, it's
So how does that actually
covering my eyes.
compare to
Oh,
what
it
you're
feels
wearing?
great. Those who want to have a little more padding, they can put the hair bouffants on.
Uh-huh.
The testing, once the testing comes back and it's positive, we're going in. But those who, it's essential for them to go in. This along with the N95 mask. Yeah, exactly.
Not,
Michael, do you have nails?
I don't have the best.
So these are 3 of my printers. They're all printing the visors currently. I have another one up there. And I have another one right here. And a 6th one I have, it's under repair currently, but I am ordering a 7th. And then I did see a channel on YouTube called 3D Printing Nerd when he described how to use 3D printing to help out with the PPE shortage. And they linked to the files, and it was very simple. It was just taking a visor that was 3D printed and adding a piece of overhead projector film, and you have a makeshift face shield. Hey guys, so this is how the process starts. I turn on my 3D printer, load up the STL file, make sure there's enough plastic in there, and start printing. This one should take about an hour and 10 minutes. Some people that were contacting me were asking for 40 to 50 shields to be used at these large hospitals in the state. And I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, these hospitals are owned by huge multi-billion-dollar health services, and they don't have PPE. It just blew my mind. It's just overwhelmingly humbling. I feel humbled. I feel like I need to do more. Receiving these thanks from these people, from the people, receiving pictures of nursing staffs at local hospitals using the shields that I made. It just affects me very, very much. Hi everybody. So this is the 3D printed piece here, and it is one single piece. It takes about an hour to print, a little bit over an hour, I think an hour and 10 minutes. This is the sheet here. It's a basic overhead projector film. I hole punched it three times, or twice, in 3 different spots. It's a little dusty, but. And then you take the hole, put it here on the first little bracket, then you go to the next one. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here's your shield. And that's what it looks like on. Oops, a little quicker. So, the main thing that they could use this is to conserve the N95 masks.